Hello, everyone. It's Friday. That means it's Chat with Mac, and I should turn on my camera so everyone can see me. Hi, hey everyone. It's Chat with Mac. We're glad to have you. For those of you that have been watching us, we really appreciate you watching. We appreciate your feedback. And for those of you that are new to what we do, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, boss, kind of seems like you're outside there.
Yeah, so the weather is really hot today, and of course my car decided it was going to get a flat. So I'm here at a gas station waiting for roadside to come and help me because I didn't know. So I'm in my wife's car, right? So I didn't know they don't give you spare tires anymore. It's one of them pump-like thingies that you stick in there and pumps some of that sealant and. You say a prayer and hopefully it works. Well, it didn't in my case. So, but this is so you're going to hear some background noise. That's just, I'm at a gas station over here. But one of the things a question that comes up, and it came up earlier in a meeting today, was how are we able to keep our SOC staffed? And by SOC, I mean our Security Operations Center. And it was an interesting question because we can't really. Security is one of those fields that it's just very hard to find specialists in. And you can't, even a network operation guy or an engineer is not a security specialist. So you need special skills to be able to do that. So as I was explaining to one of our prospects earlier, so what we did is we found a talent pool offshore, and it works out great because it's offshore, and we can find good people. We can find actually more qualified people for about the same amount of money that we would locally if we could even find people locally. And that's how we were able to build our SOC over the last year when a lot of other companies are having trouble staffing their regular NOCs, and we're able to build out that SOC. And one of the interesting conversations I had with one of my business advisors, and he told me this a while back when we first started looking for people offshore. He said, Nadeem, this is a special muscle, and you better start flexing it now because when everybody's doing this, you'll be ahead of the game. So I'm glad I started doing that. But that's what we're doing is we are hiring skills offshore, and that's how we were able to build the SOC very quickly. I mean, we were able to build it within a year. Yeah, we had existing experience and expertise in the area, but not the specialists that we have now. And these are the guys who are doing all the security monitoring. They're basically doing the SOC and SIEM both together. And it's been awesome because they found certain things that we didn't even know existed with some of the customers we were onboarding. I mean, it's things that we wouldn't even have thought about looking at. So it's like, that rising tide that's raising everybody up to a new level. So that's how we're able to do it. And, as far as you're probably hearing that, security is one of those things that you can't find people. It's very true. You can't find talent locally in the U.S. So you have to look all around the world and find the best people and, just get them on board as soon as you can, because once they're gone, they're gone. The schools and universities are not able to keep up with the demand that there is now. And I think it happened really after, that pipeline and the meat processing plant, those ransomware attacks. That's when it really skyrocketed. And companies that were in this security, that were just doing security, they grabbed all the people that they could find. So there's really nobody left anymore.
It's funny, well, not funny, but it's interesting you talk about this because they were talking about how the cuts in the cybersecurity industry has really it's really starting to hit a lot of companies because yeah, they're cutting jobs because of the economy and, IPO freezes and things of that nature. But the surge in ransomware attacks has not decreased. So, to Nadine's point, we're staffing and we're correcting staff. But unfortunately, for a lot of other companies, they're unfortunately, they're getting hit because these ransomware attacks, especially with what's going on in the Ukraine and these Chinese attacks, they have increased. So now you have these attacks that are surged, but you don't really have the personnel to help you stave off or remediate and things of that nature. So, yeah. Nadine, you with us?
To your point, yeah, it is very hard to find, talent, and it's a double whammy because on one side we don't have the expertise. On the other side, there are more and more attacks, and some of these are actually state-sponsored attacks, right?
Yep.
So it's for the bad guys, it's prime time to hit. But we have to figure out every way we can to find good people, because there's at the end, like I always say, the bad guys, they only have to win once, but we have to win every time to make a difference.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thankfully, to Nadine's foresight, he saw that. I remember him saying this really right at the start of the invasion in Ukraine, that this was going to have a larger impact than a little bit bigger than just the cybersecurity attacks. And Nadeem kind of saw that the industry, as a whole, is probably going to have some trouble because, of course, the effects as far as the economy is concerned. And here we are. I think it's been 4 months or 6 months. I don't know how many months it's been since then. And here we are. These companies are struggling to get people in. So it's amazing how Nadeem can see these things.
Well, it's it's just the people I surround myself with.
Yeah.
No, actually the entire security community saw some of the things, some of the changes that were happening, some of the impact and the fallout that we were going to see, and we're just seeing that now. We were just fortunate that we found a talent pool at the time that we found it, and we started thinking about building our security practice when we started building it, because if we were to start now, it will take us so long to do anything just because we can't find the people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I think we'll close it at that. Let people think about that, and just imagine, 100-degree weather in Houston, the humidity, and I'm stuck. The good thing is I'm not outside.
That's a good thing.
So everybody have a great day, and we'll see you next week.
All right, guys. Have a good one.